3000.
What is doing? My name's Maloney. This is the 3000 podcast. I'm joined today by a rapper, a singer, and a St Kilda local Mog.Y. Mogs, thanks for coming, man.
My man, thanks for having me in.
Can I call you Mogs? Is that okay? I just did that.
You know what? I go for it. Okay. I think it's the S that throws me off.
Yeah,
The
Mogsy.
Mogs.
Mog,
No,
Mog, just Mog.
Yeah, definitely Mog.
Mog, not Mogs.
Mog, and unfortunately, sometimes affectionately Mog.Y.
Mog.Y, okay.
Which I can't stand, but it just happens. So.
You're obviously named after the Gremlins character.
Yes,
is that correct?
Yes, you are all over it, bro. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Do some people call you Mog.Y, like they can't pronounce the name?
Pete, I would have thought that putting the dot in there is just like, bro, dot.
Sort it out.
Stop.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Mog, dot. Why? But don't say the dot. The dot is like an implied space.
Yeah. So did you think about that WHY?
No, so it's the original spelling, because otherwise I'm just going to sound like I'm just prattling off letters. And the original spelling is Mogwai, which is from the Gremlins movie.
Yes.
And there's a very famous band named after that. And so that name is taken.
And I think there's also
so I hit it with the graph spelling.
Yeah, there's also a house producer that had Mog.Y with a U in there as well.
Yeah, right.
Back
I
in
seen
my
that.
partying days, I remember that.
Yeah. Surprised you could remember that.
Yeah, I know. All right, so let's jump into things here. I know where you grew up in a similar sort of spot to me, but do you want to tell people that don't know, where is Mog.Y from?
Absolutely. I'm from St Kilda. I mean, sort of born and raised in that area. I love it. A lot of people hang shit on it, and I just think you can hang shit on it because then, it's my dump.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, stay out of my dump. If you're gonna go north and say St Kilda's a shithole, cool, mad, more for me. More for me, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I like. So anyway, it's love St Kilda, and it's very it was strange though, because it's not like I was surrounded by heaps of influence to do some of the shit that I ended up doing. So it's like, I think it's one of those things where you've got so much time even in your head to just plan and shit and work alone. And it's like, yeah, it's just a weird spot to be. But it's not that weird also. It's fucking St Kilda. It's not like it's fucking deserted island.
It's weird growing up in that area, because then when you get to your sort of 20s and you meet people and they say, so where are you from? And you're like, I'm from here. And they're like, no, but where were you from originally? You're like, from here. And they can't get their head around.
No.
They're like, no one's born here. They just move here. Like, no, people are.
Yeah. Oh yeah, people are. Yeah, so maybe that's the thing. Maybe people who live there are just like, oh, it's just a place. But maybe if you were born there, you got this kind of super freak in you that just makes you a super fly individual.
You know, my birth certificate says Paran, man. Because
that's cool, bro. Alfred? Were you born in Alfred?
Yeah, but that was when they were still doing like maternity there. So it says, birth suburb Paran.
You lucky bastard. I got Carlton,
Yeah,
which is all right.
Yeah.
But Paran is...
it's pretty
That's like a stamp. That's like a tattoo.
Yeah. It is. All right, so you're growing up in St Kilda. So where do you find music, or what is a young kid in St Kilda doing? Well, I can tell you I was skating and trying to write graffiti. I'm guessing you're doing a similar sort of thing.
It's actually very funny, because I think even before, when we were talking, like before the pod, we've done a lot of similar things, and we've been around a lot of the same streets, same places, and like the same things that were like, semi-popular when you were growing up in the area were in some ways translatable to what's popular now.
So you're done the same thing, but probably 15 years after I did it, which makes me seem pretty fucking old.
Yeah, no diss. no, I'm being sunned. I already went there, bro.
Yeah,
I already saw that shit, man. I saw that shit when you were shitting your pants, bro. I was smoking weed on that bench,
drinking beers in the park across the road from Macca's.
Drinking beers, yeah, bro, 100%. That's like the filthiest park in the world, and still, it has my heart. But not more than St Kilda Botanic. That is, I mean, if you're trying to find me, that's where I will be.
The bow tank. Yeah. Man, I'll show you a photo on my phone of, I don't know what year it was, but it's probably one of the biggest posse shots you'll see.
Yeah.
In the Botang,
Yeah.
and there's like fucking probably 300 people there.
Are they sitting on the toilet block?
Nah,
roof?
not that one. I'll show you though.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So we used to go there a lot,
Yeah.
and then they started locking the gates after a certain time.
Oh yeah, I know.
And I'd like to think that Shay.
I'd like to think
And,
that I
and
could
Shay- we
contribute
were
to
kind
that.
of Shay and Sockers and Booze Ups and
That's
stuff were
so
kind of responsible
funny.
for that, yeah.
Be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah. There was times actually, man, where we were drinking there and then we could be like, oh, we'll come back next week. And then they'd like locked it up. And then the dudes with bolt cutters, then they blocked the power.
Yeah.
Generators would come. Like
Yeah.
there's been some big parties there, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, it's a hub. It's a hub for sure. But yeah, no. So I mean, I don't know. I was into what. Yeah, I didn't have any influences. I'm only child because I'm one of one. They broke the machine when they made me. So then, like, I don't have any of that hand down influence. Like, when your brother hands you like a CD and says, "This is fresh," or like, you know, when your sister, you know, puts your makeup on you.
Or even influences of their friends, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you don't. So no one's coming around. No one's coming around. And
I don't want to do it again, but I was an only child as well.
Yeah. Rock on.
No, I do. I have a half brother.
That's so
He's
funny.
cool. Yeah, but yeah, I've got a half brother, but he's a fair bit younger.
Yeah, cool. That's very funny though. I don't want to relive it, but I was also an only child. Yeah, so I mean, I don't want to say you would know, but the result is you just end up, you know, everything's in here, and you're always just thinking and being like, oh, what can I do? What should I do today? I mean, I got friends too, but I wasn't just walking around looking lost. But you find something to be like almost obsess over.
Yeah.
And I think in our area that I went through that many times with different shit. So first it was skating and I was locked in. I was dog shit. Like I was really bad. Not really bad. I mean, I could do, I'm not going to say all the flips. I could do some flips. You know, a couple of grinds, you know, a rail here and there. But it's just like,
Down at Elstey Park, where are you going?
Paran, bro.
Paran,
bro. And I mean, if you ask any of the Paran locals, I mean, most of them would have known me from being a kid, man. Like,
And in that stage, then there was the mini ramp there, the vert ramp, obviously,
Yeah.
and they'd just done the what is not there anymore, but that newer park sort of thing.
yeah, which was not even remotely new by the time we were going there. Like it was trashed. But yeah, so now they're demolishing it and doing a whole new thing. So, but yeah, so I mean, I spent all the time in the world there, man, and just and then we saw, and it was I always tell this with regards to like. Because then I kind of like thought graph was sick. I mean, I do think graph is. I thought graph was sick. I thought, you know, I got into graph, not in a huge way, but just in like enough of a way for it to take over a lot, you know, a good, you know, 4, 5, 6 years of my life.
Yep.
But one of the things that was so funny was that those like Eshe kids and shit would come down to the park and bomb all the boxes and bomb just everything. And we were just sitting there with our skateboards and we were just like, oh, sick cunt. Like, you know, fucking mad cunt. And then there I am fucking 6 months, a year later doing the same shit because it was just like, oh, this is actually awesome. Like, I was like, I love this.
It's a little adrenaline rush.
Yeah, 100%. Skating, I was like, I'm bored with you. Drop graffiti.
So you tossed the board in and you
Yeah,
picked up the marker.
there was an overlap period for sure. And that's what's great about like skating is that it's like skating is also just like a form of transport. So you end up like skating to spots and bombing when you're at a spot when you're skating it, or, you know, or you skate to a spot you're going to paint. You know what I mean? So it's like chicken or the egg, you know? But yeah.
And where does music fit into this then?
So, and then, yeah, that's what's so funny about that is that I was big. I've got a deep, I've spoken about this before, but I have a very, very deep Oz hip hop collection.
CDs, records.
Mainly CDs. I didn't have a record player. I was too young. So I was just collecting CDs. Then when I got older, I started collecting records, but my record collection is nothing on like the amount of CDs I have for sort of my age.
And CDs are still sick.
And CDs are still sick. And considering as well that I came in when CDs were like, I mean, we've still got them obviously, but they're not, no one's buying CDs anymore. Like, I mean, who's buying CDs? Are people buying CDs anymore?
People buy CDs.
Other than from a band, a local band or like an underground musician that's got only that offering.
Well, I don't think they're going to Sanity and buying CDs anymore, but I'm sure that CDs will fucking come back around to be like records.
Yes, definitely.
You got to think the kids that are 19 now think that digital cameras are retro.
It's so true.
So it's going to happen at some stage.
Yeah, it's so true. No, you're very right.
Go to the op shop and buy all the fucking cool CDs you can. Cool. They're going to be like records soon.
Sweet. I got hella. I'm sorted. I'm sorted for the next fashion trend. No, So, and I used to go to Obese Records every day after school on a Friday night.
At the Is It one? Or
no, not every day.
At the Is It one?
Both.
Yeah.
So, but during the changeover, yeah. So I did Is It Street, and then I did when they moved to Commercial Road.
Yeah.
And so I would go there every Friday night after school, and I'd always get like one CD, and
annoy Frank or whoever.
And annoy Frank. Yeah, actually, so funny. I went in there one time when I was a kid. And I was, I think one of the boys, or maybe it was me, had been eating like Hungry Jack's chips or some shit like that. And we started going through the records.
That Hungry Jack's is gone now, man. Can you believe it?
I know, bro.
It was there forever.
I spent so much time in that Hungry Jack's. It's not even funny.
Toilets
one of my
so
friends
rank,
has thrown up on that window twice from the outside.
Can you believe it's gone though?
I'm glad it's gone. I really am. I'm glad it's gone. It should have been purged from the street a long time ago, bro. Junkies would shoot up in those toilets.
Yeah, the toilets were fucked.
The toilets were putrid. And I distinctly remember one night I went in there with a mate and we were so zooted. And I was like 16 or whatever. And we sat there for I don't know how long through all the chaos and the screaming and all the bullshit that used to happen there. And then we were like, man, we haven't actually ordered yet. And then we got up. We thought we'd order. That was like proper teenage bullshit. Like I can't believe that I was that dumb. Yeah.
But anyway, you're back. But we're back to obese. You're there one day with your Hungry Jack's chips.
Yeah. With me and some mates. I don't remember who it was, but they were going through the records, and I think Frank was just like, he was just like, how would you like it if I fucking came into your house with dirty fingers and just touched up all your shit?
Gave you one of those.
And it was like fucking oath. And bro, we got that a couple times actually. Like I even got it at Brick. I reckon I got it from Breno like years like when I was a kid at Brick. I would have gone in there with eating chips and some shit, and he'd be like, yo, like you've been putting your greasy hands all over my clothes.
Yeah.
So it's just very funny. I mean, I find that very annoying now. So I get why that annoyed them then.
Yeah. So you're checking out records, you're buying Aussie hip hop, or you're buying all kinds of hip hop?
So I was originally, I actually got into Aussie hip hop first. I started with the Hilltop Woods album. The first album I ever owned was Demon Days Gorillas, but then I got a Hilltop Woods album.
It's like 2003?
Probably, about that, yeah. It had just come out, whenever that was. And so started with Hilltop Woods. Then it became American hip hop, and then I was getting on LimeWire and just Eminem, whole discography, torrent. Do you know what I mean?
Minus the skits.
Delete skits. Like ChatGPT. But so I mean I was doing that, and then I was just loading, and this was like when you could actually still fucking use things like iPods and actually put music on things before they just were like, now you just pay a subscription and we'll hold the music for you.
It was a funny time then because like you could pinch music from big artists like that.
Yeah.
If you wanted anything that wasn't those huge record labels, you would have to go buy it, which is the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
But when you're 15, you're like trying to find Bias B or something on LimeWire, which you can't, but you've got to go and get it, which is kind of cool, you know?
Yeah. For the record, I have all of Bias B's CDs up to like, I don't know, but I've got a deep selection. So Bias, I didn't torrent any of his stuff ever. Only like Cypress Hill, the
big names.
Them boys aren't going to miss it.
No, they're okay.
And so I got into that in a big way. And I just had such a funny come up on that stuff. And so then Hilltop Hoods were always rapping about graph, and Ozrap was always rapping about graph. And then, I kind of got the order wrong, I guess. So I went skating, then I was listening to Hilltop Hoods. They were always talking about graph. And that also got into my head that was just, I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like, I don't know what this thing is, and I want to understand it. So then I was like, if I'm going to understand it, I need to.
Do it. Yeah.
You know?
Which is, at that stage, late 90s, early 2000s, Aussie hip-hop and graffiti was one and the same almost. Like, you couldn't really have one without the other.
And that's why I found an interest in it.
Yeah.
But it was definitely music first. It was music before everything. Skating was the next thing, and then
the next thing. And then at this stage, you're still at school, you're thinking, well, I'm going to record some stuff, or I can do it. You're just being a consumer, being a listener.
I was a listener for a fucking long time. I was a listener for a long time. And I was like always like the fan front row at a lot of shows and shit. And like, then I just fucking was like, I just want to make my own shit. Yeah. And now it's all I want to do. And it just like brings me a lot of peace and like positivity in my life. I love making music. And it's like, that's when it's almost like a next level, like, vibe, like jigginess. Like, do you know what I mean? Like once I catch a vibe on something, if I'm like making something or I'm getting excited about making something or I'm playing something and it's sounding crazy. We rehearsed with the band the other day for the show we've got coming up and it was sounding crazy. And I just was like, man, I'm high on crack. This is do you know what I mean? Like not actually, but like as in like it's the euphoria of like making that music and all of that. It's just like I love it.
It's like a vibration sort of thing.
100%. And so that's what I meant when I said vibe, not such a vibe.
It's like you're vibing on a different level. Yeah. Music speaking to you. Yeah, that's sick, man.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a dude that I just thought of who went to your school, and he was,
which we don't need to name.
We won't mention. Which I'll tell you about later. He was an MC for a group back then, and I would be surprised if he didn't have his CD in your collection. We'll talk about it later.
Okay, I'll be very interested to hear who that is. That's the red tape version.
Okay, so you're skating, you're graphing, you're hanging out annoying Frank with your fucking French
dirty
fries
hands.
fingers, and you're flicking through records and CDs. And then what's the next step on Mog.Y's journey? So we'll say you're what, like year 10 now, sort of thing?
Yeah, about year 10 now. And I mean, look, I won't bore you with the filler details, but obviously there was getting into trouble, there was doing all sorts of stupid shit, and definitely did some stupid shit, and like I gave my parents a few grey hairs, but that was it. And I was adamant, but I always knew where I was going. I never got lost. I never was like, oh, I'm going to fall off into, doing drugs as a teenager. Not that as in like I was doing them, but it's not that I was like,
it's not a career path.
It's not a career. I wasn't going to be one of those people that was like gets lost in them, and was pretty adamant that I was going to do something meaningful, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Meaningful to me, meaningful to other people, whatever that is. And so then there's a section in there which is just sort of like more about my life, which is not important. And so then music just kept growing for me. And I've actually been doing it for not a long time, but definitely a while. So I've probably been doing it for like almost 9 years.
Yep.
But I would say that a lot of that's like behind curtain. Like a lot of that's like, you don't even see that 9 years. That's like me just still loving it, practicing it, trying to get good at it.
You're only 26 years old, so that's a big chunk of your life.
It's a big chunk of my life, yeah. And so spending a lot of time dedicated like that. And then after that, I had a pretty, there was I don't even want to dignify it with the words memorable, but there was this breakup. And then the breakup gave me all this time that I was like, okay, cool. I can try this music thing properly.
Yeah.
And that's when I dropped this this SoundCloud tape, which is still up, I think. I really don't like it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people love it. And so that's where it stays, on SoundCloud.
So if people dig deep enough, they can find it?
Shit, yeah.
Okay.
Shit, yeah.
We're talking early days, we're talking SoundCloud. So how are you, what kind of primitive equipment are you using to record this stuff?
I'm recording with a fucking SM58 because I had an SM58 for live shows.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be on here complaining about recording into an SM58.
It's one of the best microphones, it's a standard microphone.
Yeah, but for a live, it's not a compressor. Not like, but I don't want to get on here and complain about that because then old heads will be like, I recorded into a coat hanger.
It's a good microphone.
You're complaining about recording into an SM58. I recorded into a coat hanger. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, it's a good microphone. So, but
who's supplying the beats, or what are you doing?
I'm stealing. They're just YouTube.
Jacking beats,
they're
like
just YouTube
instrumentals
beats,
off something.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Just shit that I liked. I didn't even really understand that I needed to. Like, I obviously understood ownership and royalties and stuff, but I was a graph writer, so also struggled with the concept of ownership and breaking other people's things. Yeah. But so then got into that. Made this 5-track EP. It's called Dusk Till Dawn or something like that. There's like one song on there that people quite liked. It was called Glassmasters. And then other people are just like, but it's just me being like, like a real horror, not horrorcore, but just like, I was all the way up to like 20 as far as the energy level goes and like the rap aggression goes, which is mad. And I love that fire in rap music. But it was like, I kind of like went all the way up here just so I could, cut it back and cut it back and cut it back.
Was that inspired by somebody or that's just
100%, 100%. It was like, I was listening to like Ill Bill, early stuff. I was listening to shit. Who else? Like, who else really? Like, I mean, like sonically, like Draft was like a big influence with his whole, like, he just sounded so different and that was awesome. It's a long list and I'm like struggling to recall them all. I mean, Busta Rhymes, Nine.
Yeah.
Anyone that was just like Sticky Fingers, Onyx, obviously. Anyone that was like,
So the raspy thing was already an influence then.
Yeah,
as well. Like, and you've pulled it right back now. But
yeah. And if you like that from me, then there's so much of it out there. And it's actually like, if that's what you like, which is sick. That sounds like I'm being judgmental. But if that's what you like, then I reckon I was doing it I was doing it well.
Yeah.
But I was definitely just like, for me, I was like, this is too much.
Yeah, I guess you mature and like
That's it.
a lot of when you're young, you listen to the angsty shit and you want to produce it. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But then you get a bit more mature and you go, this is pretty fucking hectic.
Yeah, 100%. And like, I think, I don't know. It's hard because also like I am a very driven person in a sense that I will like really push to get better at something and push it really fast. So my learning curve's usually like with other things, except skating, except anything physical. I can't like, fuck that. You can forget that from me. You're not getting that from me. But like even with graph, I was dog shit when I started. And then like I got better really quick because I was like that. Do you know what I mean? Just like so focused on it because I was an only child. And I almost said no friends, but I had hella friends. Only child, no friends. Because I was an only child, it was like, I had all this time. And so, So then that happened with music and I just sort of pump it really hard. And then I fall in love with the next stage of what I'm working on. If that means significant change to the sound or like growth or whatever you might see the change as a negative, but I tend to only see change as a positive thing. And
it's maturity too.
It's maturity. It's 100% maturity. And so because of that change, I feel that then some people might feel like I switched styles in too short a period of time or whatever. And it's like, I hate to say it, but I am just in the workshop. I don't give a fuck. Like I do care because I make this music and it literally melts my heart that people listen to it. Like I love that. That's one of the most crazy things I can say. But I got to make it for me, and I got to make what I want to make on that.
Man, I'm like 100%. There was a Rick Rubin quote the other day. It's like you got to make art for yourself and don't think about the listener, or you don't think about the person. And that's like, I know it's pretty cheesy to quote Rick Rubin, but I love Rick Rubin. But that's you make it for yourself, and then other people, that's up to them whether they like it. 100%. They can't. If you changed your style, that's not because you were following a trend. That's because that's what you wanted to do.
100%.
And if people don't like it, well, that's their issue. It's not your issue.
No. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I think that's and it all sort of ties in with what I said before. It's like I always sort of knew where I was going when I was younger. I still feel the same way now. It's like I just have faith in the process and I trust in myself to make the right decisions with style. And
you know what? Creative people, interesting people do stuff that normal, boring 9-to-5 people don't understand. Now that happens all the time. And they're always the people that go, you know what you should do? You should do this. You know what you should do? You should do this. And they're the first people to say that. Mm-hmm. But then the creative and the interesting people are the ones that are actually doing creative and interesting stuff. Mm. So these other 9-to-5 people don't really have a leg to stand on.
100%. Yeah, I mean, I could go all day about like tall poppy syndrome in this country. And it's just like, and I mean, everywhere. Well, it's like such a first world problem. But it is one of those things where it's like people here, it's just like, oh, that's different. I don't understand that. Automatically discredited, automatically almost treated like you're doing drugs or
Yeah.
something like that. It's like,
But do you know what happens though, man? Sorry to cut you off.
no.
But this is what happens, and this is what I find. People, your peers or your friends or your extended network give you shit about doing something out of the box until you become so good at it that
100%.
then they jump on, right?
100%.
So they're all going to you, and I'm just sort of throwing ideas out there. Hey, man, what are you doing this rap thing for? What are you doing this rap thing? Hey, man, I saw you doing a show at Revs. Can you put me on the door?
150,000%.
Because now you're making waves. They want to jump on board.
100%. And the thing is, as well, is it's like a classic thing where they, they say that your hometown is the last town to love you. Like, I mean, and in some cases it's true. In other cases it's very false. But I just think that it's one of those things where those people, like, there's a lot of people who, when I was younger, were that close to me that you would think that they would still be there, but they're not.
But do they hit you back now that you're doing stuff?
But then when the shit's popping, they slide back, and they all of a sudden it's like a blessing to be one of your friends or to be in your orbit or in your, in your existence. And it's just like, motherfucker, you are such a turd.
Yeah.
And I see you, bro. Like, I mean, I don't want to say that you didn't play your hands so obviously, but I mean, you were shitting on me, you weren't with it, and now you're all over it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it happens with every sort of creative endeavor. Like, even with this podcast, there's people like, oh, go do a podcast, Maloney, you fuckhead. I'm like, yeah. Not saying I'm making any money, but now that I'm actually getting some traction, people are like, oh, I listened to that one. That's sick. You're like, where were you when no one was fucking listening?
No one was listening, 100%. And then it's like, look, there's a level of it where you've got to like have faith in the fact that it's like you're growing, people are learning. I wouldn't listen to something straight away if it was like put under my nose, and you know what I mean? It's like people take time to take to things. You'll post something 1 billion times on social media and no one will get the details. Yeah. And then you see them and they're like, yo, bro, you got that thing on, was it yesterday? Was it tomorrow? And it's like, yeah, it's on Saturday. It's like, yeah, the album, it's like the show.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, bro, that. And it's just like, bro. And then you're like, you know what? No one pays that close attention to anything. So, and you take peace in that, and you find peace in that, and you just keep doing your thing.
Yeah, and it's like other people that understand that, they get it, and that you're going to get more support, I think, when you're trying something new from people that potentially aren't in your immediate circle. You're going to get support from other people that get what you're about because they've done so they've followed a similar path.
Yeah, 100%. And they are, and then they then you guys all build together, and when I say build together, I don't mean go and start like a rap collective or something like that, but just like genuinely.
No, but people help each other.
Everyone patterns together, and it's like, I see you, bro, and I see how hard you're working and how much you want this, and it's like, why shouldn't you have it? You're the one putting in the work for that particular thing. And that's why I also never get fazed by like what someone else is doing, even in my, like, I mean, obviously you need to know what the universe and what's happening in the rap ecosystem, but I mean, no one's ever going to be me. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, for better or worse, whatever, like, it's not even you're never going to be as good as me, but it's just like, no one is ever going to be me. So like, I'm not bothered by it, because there's nothing you could do that. And I've had people come very close and like names that I won't say on the pod, but like some unbelievable rip-offs have happened to me in that scene where I was, fished for saying for a large artist and then do something and then the contribution is wiped and then they run off with the idea or the work.
Really?
Or a loose interpretation of the work or whatever it is. So, I mean, shit happens. But aside from that, like, yeah, no one's ever going to be me. So I don't give a shit.
That's it. I mean, authenticity shines through, I think, in any creative endeavor. And as long as you're being yourself and doing your own thing, then people can criticize it as much as they want. You could turn around tomorrow and do a total left turn and make different kind of music. If that's what you're feeling to make, then that's what you make. No one else can fucking say anything.
No, they can't. It would be like probably a minor level of self-sabotage, but
that happens all the time.
Happens all the time.
Creative people do it all the time. Self-sabotage is
Look at Andre 3000.
Yeah.
With the flute. Because not self-sabotage, because obviously he was good at what he does, but look, this is going to sound like misinformation 101, but like I heard that he doesn't believe in his ability as a vocalist or something like that.
He says that no one wants to hear a 50-year-old guy rap because what am I going to rap
there
about?
you go, there you
But
go.
so when I first started DJing years and years ago, that song came out, right?
Yeah.
Like 2003, whatever. And I remember thinking, this is a song, like when I say that song, it's all about Hey Ya.
Yeah, I figured it was one of the
Which
hits.
now he would. That's why he can play the flute, because that song would be fucking doing some huge numbers.
Absolutely.
Right. So he's done his hard yards
Yeah.
before that, obviously with more of the hip hop stuff. But then once they go commercial, once they make that sort of those records, Speakerbox Love Below stuff,
Yeah.
he can play flute for the rest of his life.
Fuck yeah.
And he's
And
gonna
who's
make
going to
some money.
say you're not allowed?
But he's made his money. He's earned his stripes.
Yeah.
And some of those early fucking records of those guys are amazing hip hop records. They cross over to that pop thing. They make money, and then they go, well, "Fuck, we're over it."
Yeah, 100%.
And credit to him.
Yeah, 100%. And I respect that because that seems like something I would do. You know what I mean? You can just see it in my mind's eye. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably get there too and be like, fuck this. I played sax for 6 years.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, that's,
I played alto saxophone for 6 or 7 years.
yeah. Well, that's a deep sort of thing.
And that is kind of why I use my vocals the way I do as well. And I
Yeah.
think there's this like word, it's like embouchure or something like that. It's like the way you hold your mouth when you're playing like a woodwind instrument.
Yeah.
And it's important, and it dictates what kind of sound is going to come out.
Yeah.
And so I've used that, I think, very much so in my vocals over up to now.
Yeah. And I guess smoking weed helps the raspiness too.
Yeah, it kind of does. But the thing is I can't blame. I'm not going to blame this on weed. It's definitely I can help it. I can help it. I can dig myself a deeper hole. I've been to speech pathologists.
So that's just
Yeah, no, it's for real. So I've got nodes on my vocal cords. So not great, obviously, very not good. But I don't know. I'm working with it, and I do exercises. Did exercises. Fucking, I'm so lazy with them. I'm just too busy to fucking do them. I mean, you got to do shit like, making, stimulating your vocal cords in a way that creates vibrations that are almost like strengthening and recovering. Fantastic shit, and did make a big impact. But to do the upkeep is fucking hard yards.
So you can change your own vocal cords. Like I've got a pretty high pitched voice. I listen back to this. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm high pitched and shit. So if I did some exercises, that sort of stuff.
I don't know if you. It's not. It's more about recovery. It's not like going to the gym for your voice and you're like,
Okay.
I'm gonna get lean, or I'm gonna get big. You know what I mean, or something like that. It's just my shit's fucked up.
Yeah.
My shit's fucked up, and so now even in my music, I'm trying to go lighter on my. I don't want to tear them to shreds anymore because I've finished shows and shit and just cannot talk. I'm like. I've been talking, I don't know, improv sign language to people at shows being like, "What the?"
Then you got to back it up and do the show the next day, man.
Fuck that. I back to backs. I've had to really hone my skill set in that capacity, and I'm so not there. I feel like being a really mind blowing live performer takes genuine care for physical fitness and health and shit. You need to actually be on
Some
that
of
shit.
these big stars that do it night in, night out, travel, and then they do another show the next, that is, they earn their money, man.
Shit, yeah. This shit is not easy. I know that sounds so stupid, but I mean, and I think that fuck, mate, this shit is so not easy. But I mean, even with the big guys, sure, there's things there are benefits, there are perks, but they don't have a private life. They don't have any fucking time. They can't even go to the shops. No. You can't even go to the shops because it's just oh, hey, how many people do you reckon ask them a day for a photo? Yeah. You reckon you're the first guy and you catch them at 8 a.m. You reckon you're the first guy that asked them for a fucking photo? Mm-hmm. They've been getting asked since they left the house.
Yeah. Which begs the question then, when you want to do something like this, how big do you want to be? And see, a lot of the time you can't put the genie back in the bottle once you get to a certain, and that's why a lot of these celebrities just
go nuts.
Because so the thing is, when you are young and hungry, you want to be famous. I'm guessing. I've never had this sort of mentality. Music or whatever, but you don't want to be too big that you can't control your own music or can't live your life. So what's the happy? I don't know if there is one.
No, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I and obviously everyone, actually, I was going to say everyone would love to be famous, but like not everyone would love to be famous, but it's obviously it's an attractive thing. It's like money, fame. But like, I mean, I think just follow your gut and just being like, this is what I'm going to do. This is where I need to be. And like, I don't know. I would say don't sell out, but then also selling out is like so subjective that it's like, what the fuck is selling out these days? It's like, I've probably already done it then. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so
Well, I think that selling out. Have you made millions of dollars yet?
shit, no.
Okay, so you haven't sold out. So I feel like
No, but I mean, like, you know, even the transition from making like hard rap to more radio.
yeah, but that's growing as an artist.
100%.
Right now, you look at Blink-182 that are here recently, and like they matured from fucking Cheshire Cat to even 20 years ago when they matured, and then they've matured again. That's part of the process of a fucking artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're making the same aggressive, angry music in your 40s that you are when you're in your teens, then I think you've got some bigger fucking
You've got
issues.
some issues.
You know what I mean?
It's like, bro, are you okay?
Yeah.
No, and for real, it's funny you should say that because I've been like thinking about that recently, and it's fine. I love what I do, and I'm gonna keep doing it in the way I'm gonna keep doing it. But it's more just like you think about it, and you're like, all right, like I started this, as I said, off the back of a breakup. When I started taking it seriously, hustled through that, worked on that shit to get it here, and then it's like, all right, but since I started, I mean, I started when I was like, you know, with a name, probably when I was like 17, 18. And then it's just like, I'm 26 now. And it's like, I know it's not a long time and I'm still young, but you're lying if you don't say that those are very formative years and change happens more so in those years
100%.
than when you're from like 20 to 30 or like maybe 20 to 30, there's still some change going on. By 30, 40, 50, there's no more change going on. I mean, there is, but like it's not.
No, I think from about 30, you are cemented in
Yeah.
sort of where you're going and what
Yeah.
you like. I've got a mate who says to me, he goes, man, everyone's pretty much the same as they were as kids. They change a little bit, but he reckons that people don't change that much. And I think that's pretty true. Like
That's interesting.
people change.
But you reckon they bend back?
He just says that you look at everybody and what we were doing when we were kids, you know, 30 years ago to what we're doing now. He goes, it's all sort of similar in a parallel kind of way. People change to an extent, but they don't change their stripes. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, sure. Okay, that's interesting.
Someone who's not trustworthy when they're 10 probably
will
isn't
still
trustworthy.
never be trustworthy. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Someone who was good at socializing and communicating when they were 10 will be good at it when they're 40.
100%.
Someone who was a solo individual.
Qualities-based, attributes-based things.
Right.
Yeah,
You
I
can't
get you.
change it. But you can change what you like, what you're
Yes,
into.
for sure.
You know.
Yeah. That's
I've
interesting.
got
Yeah.
fucking crates of records there. There's a lot of house music. I was into that in my early 20s and I got over that.
Yeah.
Like everyone
go.
changes with their tastes
go.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think they don't deviate too much.
That's I definitely hear what you're saying, especially about the attributes and qualities. I do think that a lot of the people that you know at a certain age, if you get to a point where you're like, man, that guy is the worst. Like for XYZ, he's, you know, a letdown, untrustworthy, if they orbit back into your life 15, 20 years later, trust your gut, they're probably still the same, you know? Even if they're fucking, you know, glowed up in a suit, he's got some big high flying job, he's probably still the same person, or she, or whoever they.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, man. On that, 26, I'm thinking, like, what's Mog.Y? What's Mog.Y to me now? What was Mog.Y then when it started? I abstract it, which is very funny. I don't think a lot of people find that funny, and it's not an ego thing. It's not like, but it's just like I feel like I have a lot sort of going on that I am doing that is me as Mog.Y.
Yeah. So it's essentially, without... it's a
treat it like-
character.
It's not a character. I'd like to treat it more like a
persona.
band.
A band.
Do you know it? But it's not a band. Do you know what I mean? But it's a musical act.
Yeah.
That's just like, I mean, I'm Mason, and then Mog.Y is like what I do when I represent myself musically.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's not a character. It's all, I don't bullshit. I don't cap. I don't rap about things that aren't real. But I just think it's like, obviously it's music. I'm making music. I want it to be considered, you know, if it was you know, like an electronic project or an EDM project, and they called it, you know, Fuzzy Fuck Bear, and then they put that out there, like they're always going to abstractly refer to it as Fuzzy Fuck Bear, but that's their shit. Like that's what they do. That's their music, and that's who they are as musicians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that totally makes sense. And I think within the hip hop community, that kind of gets lost a little bit. In a lot of other musical genres, whether it's fucking alternative rock
100%.
or whether it's like you said, electronic music, you can have your persona, you can put your fucking
Helmet on.
dead mouse helmet on, and you can be that character. I guess Doom is a good representation.
Doom's a great representation.
So he did do that.
Yeah.
So-
But then it's like, I obviously don't want to, compare yourself
but
to the grandeur of someone like Doom.
the mask and the persona, and then I guess even before that, you had Dr. Octagon and all the different personas.
Yeah, for sure.
So that has been happening in hip hop, but it hasn't been a huge thing because there's such an emphasis on authenticity.
Madlib and Quasimodo is a good example. I really like that.
Yeah.
MF Doom and shit. But I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, I feel like a lot of rappers get into rap because they were MF Doom fans.
Yeah.
And no hate on
How
MF
can you
Doom
not
fans.
like MF
He's so sick. Yeah. But and then I think it consumes some people, and they're just like, I'm gonna be the masked rapper, and then it's just like, brother, like just start, like maybe I don't think Doom started with a mask. He had all sorts of different projects and different names and different aliases. Yeah. And so it's just like,
but there's still not that much information out there about him. Like there is, but the mystique continues.
The mystique, yeah,
which
for
is
sure.
So cool. You know?
Which is very cool.
Yeah.
And then I think they said that he died on Halloween or something, or they announced it on Halloween, or I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about Doom because then the Doom nerds are going to come for me.
Yeah.
And they're going to say, you got your facts wrong.
We'll be Doom cancelled.
Yeah, Doom.
But speaking
keep
of
his name out your mouth.
Man, today,
all caps.
All caps. Today is actually a leap year, man. So that's kind of cool as well.
Shit.
Well, at least you get an extra day up your sleeve before your show.
Smoke now. Yeah, Yeah.
You will. You get one extra day.
Yeah. What do you mean, one extra? Oh, yeah, 29.
Yeah,
it's
a leap year.
Yeah, that's it. 29. Yeah, that's how leap year works.
Yeah, that's it.
I did go to school.
Yeah. Every 4 years we get one of those.
One extra day.
One extra day.
Yeah, after the 28th.
Yes, that's correct. It's usually when the 29th happens.
Typically.
I'm going to... You have... Lift it up a bit higher.
What?
The merch.
The merch game. Crazy.
There you go.
It's not actually an ashtray. It is a rolling tray, but these are going to be available at the show, which I am now aware will still have time for people to see.
It'll be the day after. It'll be tomorrow. The show's tomorrow at where?
At Revolver. Woo! It's going to be crazy. Okay, so I got a live band, which I've never done ever. And as I was saying before, making music and look at that, all that smoke. That's so funny. Don't smoke weed. So I've got a live band and I've got Abiola and Lamond opening. Very cool. Local act, up and coming act. Really sick, really talented. Check them out. And then Osmosis Jones, crazy DJ. I had to get him on it because I just think he's fucking dope. And it's like, I don't always relate to techno or electronic music. Right? And I went through a clubbing phase. Did not last long, and it was very forced. I did it, and I was like, "Oh, this is supposed to be fun," and I was like, "No, you definitely don't like this." Done it 30 odd times, still checking if you like it. You definitely don't like it.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
Nah, it's not for everyone. And so, so when I heard his music, I was like, "This is crazy. I'm getting off track." The show, it is at Revolver upstairs, March 1.
Tomorrow
to fucking morrow, right? Abiola, Lamond, Osmosis Jones, me, Mog.Y, Benny Zen, with a live band of insanely talented musicians, like all crazy good at it.
Presented by Brick and Mortar.
Presented by Brick and Mortar.
Also, the Seasons of Change things happening in the other room.
And the season...
So it's a double
This is great. Yes, it's a double event. So the Seasons of Change things happening in the front room. Come at 5 o'clock. Do that. Then walk in, come to my shit, have fucking crazy time. We've got giveaways. We've got special guests. Well, we do actually have giveaways and special guests. And also, it's actually going to be fucking so much fun because I'm putting this one on and it's not like I'm not being booked for something. So it's like I've got this like burning passion for how much fun.
You're doing exactly how you want to do it.
That's it. And so we're doing this. I'll see you there. March 1. Get your goddamn tickets. That's it. 7 to 11. Mog.Y Late Night Call at Revolver, presented by Brick.
Yes, so that's going to be sick on tomorrow.
On tomorrow, my man.
On tomorrow, because
March.
today is the leap year and it's the 29th, and tomorrow is your show at Revs, which is going to be sick.
Calendar podcast.
Yeah, but let's get back on track a little bit. So let's talk about your personal journey a little bit more. So I guess as an individual artist, you need people to big you up, and I guess Vice doing a spotlight on you would have helped in that capacity.
Definitely. That was so cool. Yeah. I mean, they're the moments too. They're the moments where you like just shit happens and you're like, fuck yeah. It's like, this is happening, baby. Yeah. We're doing this.
Do they just DM you, or how does that sort of
fit? I mean, you just sort of like, I think everyone should always try and be in a bit of a constant communication loop with like who's around and like the ecosystem and shit like that, you know. Pete, like the guys who write the articles, like they're all really cool dudes too. Like I've met a lot of them, and they're fucking sick. Like Ben Madden, incredible support of music. Henry is a legend. And then like obviously all the AU Dollars team as well. I just want to give a shout out to those guys, and Julie Fenwick, who wrote the Vice article. Love, thank you, really appreciate it, because like, yeah, I just feel like they're not dissimilar in their pursuit as well. Like they are like writing, they want to, you know, continue to write and have, you know, big journalism careers and shit like me. But like, yeah, so it's this awesome ecosystem where it's like, I see you hustling, and you're fucking sick. Like, and especially the like people that really champion the local music.
Yep.
Yeah, bless them, because that's some saint shit. Like sometimes it's like, you know, regularly you see people and you're like, damn, you like, not in this case with music, because I stand by local music as well. But like, you know what I mean? Like some people, it's like, fuck, you're a better person than me. And like, I'm glad that there's got to be people out there that care about the culture, because otherwise it just falls over.
Yeah, and that goes for going to gigs, buying music, buying merch. Just support local independent people when you fucking can.
100%. Yeah, no, it's difficult, because I understand like it's fucking hard times. Like money is hard right now for people, and like it's not like the easiest time in the world to, you know, your pockets aren't fucking full of bucks. And when they are, then Netflix comes in, and then fucking Apple comes in, and then all of these companies come in and go, oh, you got a subscription to that to live, and you got your Adobe.
And a pint's $16.
Yeah, and a pint is $16, and it's like, oh, you want to do some like Photoshop work on Adobe? It's just like, yeah, no worries, man. $500 a month for like some Creative Cloud package, or some ridiculous price.
$80, but yeah, I pay for that. Yeah.
Nah, it's got to be more than that though, because I'm at the $80. I was on the student price for a long time.
Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah.
And then, which was still $40 a month. But I don't know, it's just too much.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to pay for the full credit. Anyway, Adobe, I've got fucking grievances with you. I may not know the prices of your product, but I'm mad about it.
That Creative Suite thing, I've been paying for it for years. I would have paid thousands of
dollars,
bro.
Man. Oh, don't even want to think about it. I remember when they changed it over from like CS6 or like Creative Studio.
It was, yeah.
And then like CS5, CS6, that was the last one, CC. And it's like, fuck, everything's going subscription based. Anyway, so the point is, motherfuckers be hard up with dollars, which is so fair. And, you know, you got to get the necessities, but also it's like, yeah, we make music. It's our fault. I mean, it's our own pursuit. We're doing it. We're doing it to ourselves. But, you know, I don't just make music. I've also got a job so that I can pay the bills. So I just think it's like, if you want more out of life, you got to squeeze a little bit more juice. You got to squeeze it a little harder than you used to these days. Like, if it means working a little bit more, so you've got a little bit more money so that you can go out and you can have more of a good time, and you can buy shit for yourself, because everyone wants to buy shit and everyone wants to, like, you know, it's not that people don't want to spend money on local music, on local brands, on this sort of shit. It's just that, like, it's really low on the list of priorities, which is fair enough.
And I think a lot of people forget when you do creative pursuits like this, there are some people making money out of music, but very, very small percentage, especially within Melbourne. So you are still grinding with regular jobs, but then spending all this time building your social presence, doing all this stuff, touring, doing your own merch. That's pretty much every artist that's doing all of that shit. And a lot of them don't get any success at all.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking grind.
Yeah. But my mind is regularly drawn back to that photo of that dude with the fucking pitchfork and the diamonds. And they're like, one dude gives up and the other one keeps going. And I've seen it with like gambling captions on it that are so funny. It's like, most gamblers give up before their big win. It's just so funny. Yeah. It's really sad, but it's funny. And so, yeah, I just think just fucking keep going. Because, just keep going. Like, I mean, what are you going to do? Go back? You're past the point of safe return.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just fucking soldier it out, bet on yourself, invest in yourself. I know that sounds really cliche, but invest in yourself, bet on yourself, and but believe you, like, don't believe your own bullshit. Like, don't lie to yourself and be like, yeah, I'm gonna jump off and do this, and like, I'm gonna put heaps of hours into it and shit like that, and then just not, and then just be like, yeah, nah, I'm done with that. Like, I'm bored with that. It's like, if you're going to do it and you're going to bet on yourself, you should put the money on yourself, go and pay for whatever you got to do, but
that's it, man.
Do it.
And the thing is, and this has been said for a long time, but I think in this social media, digital, internet fucking age, it's never been more true. You got to back yourself because no one else is going to.
Shit, no.
Right? Because everyone else is worried about their own pursuits. So if you don't champion your ones, then who's going to do it for you?
100%. And I also think, like, I'm a firm believer. It's like, bro, if you don't believe this, like, if you don't believe that you're the shit, or like if you don't believe that you're like the man, or the best at what you want to, or not, you don't have to believe that you're the best, but you need to believe that you're.
You got to believe in yourself.
You got to believe in yourself, and you got to believe that you're doing everything that you can to be the best or your best, whatever that is. And I just think that, like, I've lost my train of thought.
No, but it's confidence and it's self-belief. And I think that you can't really teach confidence. I believe that's something you can't teach. I think you can probably learn to change your mindset a little bit. Yeah. But I don't think you can teach confidence. But you can teach people to believe in themselves a little bit more.
I definitely think so. But I also think that confidence may not be able to be passed on from person to person. No, actually, I think that you can contribute in a lot of ways. Like, I mean, it's not like positive reinforcement. And like, obviously you are changing someone's mindset, but in turn, you're ultimately going to change their like level of overall self-esteem and confidence and belief in themselves. And they're going to, I think, positive reinforcement and positive mindset shit. But as I said, I mean, what are you going to do? Just fucking give up? Like, bet on yourself.
That is interesting because people who may not have a positive mindset, if they surround themselves with people with positivity, I feel it's
contagious.
It will, yeah, 100%. That will rub off on them.
100%.
And also, if somebody that maybe
really
doesn't
contagious.
have huge social status or social confidence, well, I don't know what the word is because I'm not in this sort of game, but people that maybe don't think that much of themselves, if they hang around with those people, they will sort of bring up their social stature. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, look, I definitely, I'm especially the first thing you said about, like, positivity is very contagious. And like, if you can show, and I mean, it's kind of a natural segue, but like, if you can show people the positive act. I think sometimes people just need you to hold a mirror back up to them and you need to understand what they're dealing with. But I think if you hold a mirror back up to people and say, all of these positive things about you've overlooked and you've not paid attention to the fact that you're actually achieving in this, you bet on yourself here, you made this, you took this risk, and you didn't know what the outcome was going to be, but you didn't, like, I mean, the worst action is inaction.
Yes.
If you're doing shit all, then you will never get any result.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
100%. Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the episode I did with little Jason. You might know him.
No, but I do know. I've never met him, but I know of him. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Jace is one of the most, he has more self-belief than anybody.
Yeah.
He's a small dude. I played basketball with him and against him. He believes himself within music, within his street shit, within everything. I don't think you'll meet anyone who believes himself more.
Fuck yeah.
But that is why
and he's my kind of person.
Yeah, but that is why he is like, oh yeah, I got to do this shit. I got to go to jail for a few years, but I'm going to come out of it better.
Yeah,
like that sort of
100%,
mindset
100%.
is something that you can't teach. That's
No,
from
shit,
within.
no. 100. Yes, I do agree, definitely. But I think you can. You also don't want to make it a level of like you'll never be able to alter your mindset because you can. Do you know what I mean? Like you need to be able to want to alter it yourself. I don't know, like another person can't impart it on you, but they can help you take see the positives. I mean, like on that note, like a big one for me is I remember when I was early days, I got a video back and I was like, I used to try and avoid watching new like videos when I was really stoned because it was just too much. Because I just
most of the time.
which is yeah, kind of. So you pretty much I need to watch the music video between 4 and 5 a.m. Or something like that. You need to wake me up and be like, quickly, watch now before it's too late. Anyway, so I was trying to watch this movie this music video without being too zooted. But I was like, fuck it, I can't help myself. I'm going to watch it. I want to see it. I want to see the results. Anyway, I saw it and I already felt funny about it. And then I felt really sort of like almost crushed with like, bad self-esteem. The edit was great. They had nothing to do with the guy that shot it. All I could see though was like negativity about myself. And in the video, I don't know, it sounds funny. And it's like
body positive stuff, or just you were
just
happy
all round negativity. Okay, like I won't pick out threads, but shit
yeah.
like that. Sure. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Just like not liking how you look in the video, not liking the vibe of the video, all those sorts of things. And I remember some of the things that were like swirling around my head. And I was just like, man, this shit is not my that's not my head. Like that's not my internal dialogue. And I realized that a lot of that stuff had been sort of just like implanted over the years from just people and experiences and shit like that. And so it was like, man, I took on that guy's negative commentary about me and I made that my own internal dialogue and I held myself to that standard. And that's ridiculous. And so I worked on that and I worked on all sorts of things. And then all of a sudden I was just like, and I remember because I've done therapy, I've done all sorts of stuff and I would definitely recommend it to anybody. And you know what? It didn't even work that well for me. Like therapy was not my favorite style of like.
It's expensive.
Working on myself. Yeah, but you get your free sessions at least.
I think you get 10.
You get 10. Start with them. If you think you need it, take it. It's definitely expensive, and it's definitely like it's a blessing to be able to do it. But there is a lot of support systems that you can get that sort of stuff.
And we're in Australia where we're lucky with our health system does let you have
100%.
10. I don't think there's many other countries, and there probably is, but I know there's lots of that don't give you 10 free fucking
100%.
sessions.
Definitely.
It's a good start.
It's a good start, definitely. And then I think there's special circumstances. If you can plead your case, I'm sure you can get more. But anyway, so you do that and I've lost my train of thought again. That's the marijuana, bro. So anyway, I went through all that sort of therapy and shit and then came out the other side of it. And I remember saying to him, he's like, what do you want out of this? And I was like, I know I'm the man. But I just I need to believe it, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know if I can help you with that. He was just like, I don't know. He was like, I don't know if I'm going to do my best and we'll work on some shit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make you the man. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, motherfucker, I am the man. And I came out of it and work on yourself, improve yourself. And that's why, as I said, self-reflecting on Mog.Y, it's like, all right, I definitely want to keep making music. I definitely want to keep doing what I'm doing. Am I the person that I was when I started doing it? Obviously, a lot of formative years, a lot of change, a lot of style change, a lot of life circumstance change, shit like that. So, yes, I do still want to be Mog.Y because that is me. And it will be whatever the fuck I want it to be because it's going to change.
Because it's you.
Because it's me. And so that's why I will continue to do it because I fucking love it. I own it. And that's it. Dog.
So, getting back onto the chronological path, if we can, last year the Acclaim All-Stars happened, which is, I'm going to liken it to the XXL freshman class, which definitely. I'm getting vibes on.
Is definitely what it's like. That's the equivalent here, which, whatever sort of school of hip-hop thought you subscribe to, obviously there's a lot of different takes. A lot of people would be like, no, it's not real or it's not raw enough or it's not whatever. But it's like, that is definitely the equivalent recognition here, which was fucking crazy when that happened. I mean, I was, that just came at such a good time for me because I was going through it. But I was, as I said, working on all that stuff. And then that came through and I was like, man.
And that gives you that confidence kick.
Oh, bro. That is the shit that you not that you do this shit for, but if you're waiting for that, sunny day, believe me, it's fucking coming, but it's never, ever, ever, ever coming when you think it's coming. You can't just be there being
So you didn't forecast that?
Shit, no. I had no idea
So
that was
how
in the
does
works.
that even come
I got an
about?
email.
Right.
I had no idea that was in the works.
So you don't like put yourself forward for it. You don't have a publicist that pushes it. It just fucking happens.
Just happened. I'm solo, dolo. Everything you see that I do, I've either done myself or paid someone to do, like, just like designers or
A mate.
whatever, or a mate, or like just keeping it local for the most part. And it's all been conceptualized in-house, and like it's just like, what are we doing? What's the merch designs? What's the music going to be about? The only person who's, I've got like basically a guy that I, is a good friend of mine, long time friend from the graph days. And he, for the most part, is like a counsel, like creative counsel and shit like that. So I tend to go to him for that. Bounce ideas with him. My best mate is actually, I need some water.
You just drank a liter of water in one sip.
I know,
impressive.
bro. I know. I was carting that drink bottle up before. People are going to be like, Mog drinks out of a barrel. But yeah, anyway, so it sounded like my voice was breaking up. My best mate is like a bloody goddamn genius, and he's doing some incredible things that I'm not even going to talk about on here, but, big things. And it's just like, and like all legal, like not
Legal,
not criminal shit, but just like really impressive stuff. And so him and I have like strat sessions, and it'll just be like, all right, like let's talk. And this is how I've sort of gotten this far without a team, which is like, yeah, I mean, I'm not the only person, but it's definitely more rare these days for most. Like most of these artists have some kind of management, even if they don't need it. And like, I think a lot of them will sign up to it just for the safety net of knowing that someone else is going to take care of this.
And I guess they don't feel competent in their own skill set
Exactly.
to do that sort of stuff behind the scenes.
100%. And there's no diss. Like, it's like your own decision what you want to do.
But I think you probably have a better business mindset than some of these other artists potentially.
Potentially. I mean, I don't want to say anything, but like, yeah. So, I just think I've got basic design skills. I've got basic like video editing skills. I've got basic music editing skills. Like, you make do.
Yeah.
You make the shit happen. Do you want it? Like, do you really? And it sucks that has become part of do you want it in music. That like,
but it's everything.
It's everything. Do you want to be successful in anything?
Yeah.
It's like.
You got to be a jack of all trades now in everything.
100%.
If you're gonna make clothing, if you're gonna make music, if you're gonna make fucking muffins,
100%.
You need to have a little bit of graphic design, a little
your
bit of social
muffins
media.
are fucked unless you have like a big TikTok presence, bro. Your muffins are fucked. You bet if you're gonna start making muffins, you'd be paying TikTok influencers to go. Oh, I just went and got this awesome muffin, but it's like robot voice or something. It's like
Those fucking standard male female voices from
TikTok.
the
really standard ones. Yeah, it's awful. But yeah, sorry.
We've gone on some good tangents. All right, so let's just get back to the Acclaim freshman. No, not freshman. I shouldn't say that.
No, but yeah, the All Stars list.
Acclaim All Stars list. Yeah. So you get an email for that. You're like, fuck, this is pretty cool. You go and get to meet all these other people, a lot of other sort of young, up-and-coming kind of artists that have kind of done their thing. Is it cool to meet those people, to hang out? Was it good vibes?
Oh, 100%. I mean, it kind of...
Did you know the others when you got there?
I knew two of them, which was crazy because
did they give you the list? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut.
Oh, did we know who they were?
Or did you go in there like say? Did they say
maybe just right at the very end, like right as in right up to before we all met up?
Yep.
It was pretty quiet for a while, and I remember messaging one of my friends who'd gotten nominated, and we were sort of just like, "Did you, Isaac?" And I was just like,
So how does that nomination process work? Because not everybody, people get nominated, but not everyone makes the finalists.
Yeah. So apparently it was decided by 100 panelists from all within the industry, industry people, label people, managers, artists, like just basically people of note were asked who is to watch. And then apparently I'm good to watch. So that's how the nomination happened, and it was like 30 people, which is fucking mad. And then that was about rallying people power for popular vote from there. And boy, we got it. we got it out the streets. No, but like fucking underground culture. We did this shit. Everyone helped me, and it was unbelievable. Like, but that's what happens when you are present and you're actually in the places that you know say you're at, and you're actually there for people, and people know who you are, and you know what I mean. It's like when you show up, then people, that's already a social proof, and people are like, all right, this guy fucking actually, he's like, he's not just fucking, you don't just see him on the phone. Like he's doing shit. I'm active, putting up my own fucking posters, getting out there in the mud. Like, you know, not that that's the mud.
But you're putting in the work. And so how many people get through to that? The winners is like 10 or 15 people?
It was 10 people.
10 people.
10 people made the team. And it was sick. And I kind of liken it to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, because like when we all showed up, like some people knew each other. I knew like two of the dudes there. Like we all knew each other through association, but like no one really knew each other. And whilst a lot of them sort of come from, there were a lot of people from sort of the Western Sydney pocket. So they all sort of did know each other, but it does have like a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory vibe.
Any other Melbourne representatives there?
No. Just me.
Just you.
Shit, I don't want to get that wrong.
Hopefully it's just
I definitely think it was just me. I will be thinking about that. Malalo. But I think she lives in Sydney now, so
you
I win by default.
And so that it must be cool though, meeting other people and seeing different sort of styles that are deemed to be popular. Is there a common thread? Obviously, it's all sort of hip hop based. You're doing the R&B thing more. Is it?
That like it. It was like it's a hard melding of styles, but ultimately the whole thing was so fucking awesome and so positive and just the best
Good
experience.
Networking.
Good, definitely great networking, but also just like very, very grateful to the people that hosted it, and it was just nice to be a part of a program where it was like, fuck, like I've just been doing this so long on my ones, or like, you know what I mean? So that's why it kind of felt like being invited to the Chocolate Factory too, because we all met up, I should say. We all met up for the first time. This is so important, I don't know how I didn't get to it, at JD Sports for our big shop raid.
And you get to just
to pick shit off the shelf and just have it for free. And so...
How much do they give you a budget?
They basically were like one fit. So that can be shoes, pants, socks, jocks.
How many pairs of shoes did you put? I would have put on a pair of 9s and a pair
of 11s. You're definitely only getting one pair of shoes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so like a pair of shoes, some pants if you want them, a t-shirt if you want them, a jumper if you want them, a hat if you want it, socks if you want it, everything. You know, so I don't actually really want that much stuff. So I took a pair of really sick shoes that I still wear a lot and some socks, which I was in pants. So thank you, JD Sports, for some socks. We out here. We out here. And so, and so we all met up there, and it's just like, and everyone's just like off picking their clothes out and like meeting each other and, hey, how's it going, man? And, you know, one guy's got like a camera team and you know, just with himself. And then someone else has got...
that himself.
Yeah, funded that himself. And someone else has got like an entourage or like just like small groups of people that are just like, it's really interesting. It wasn't that big. Like I'm making it sound like there was a billion people there.
No, but that's still interesting that some people are like, all right, well, I'm going to bring my crew with me and
make sure.
But it's all this stuff, unless you've got big label support, it's going to be self-funded sort of shit.
No, but a lot of those, like, I don't want to speculate, but I think there was definitely a lot of those artists have signed to record labels, and I think, I don't know, I wouldn't want to put a number on it, but maybe like 80%.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you're still doing it independent.
Still doing it independent.
But do you see a spike in your numbers, in your followers, in your streams when something like that happens?
Not so much. I mean, it's just good. It's just good awareness. And as I said, it's just good social proofing as well. It's just like, for me, it's a medal.
Yeah.
For me, and it is, it's literally a trophy. It's like, for me, I'm like, fuck it. If nothing else came of this tomorrow, like if this all fell over tomorrow, I did that. I did that.
I've got this photo of me and all these
100%.
other legends.
100%. But then, like, aside from that, I want to speak on something else.
Yeah.
I don't want to go too far into it, but I basically had an opportunity to do something that, like, was probably my astronaut dream as a kid, right? And it was, like, with a record label that, like, I was just like...
This opportunity came just after this?
No, it came through something else. But I just kind of more wanted to mention it just because it was like one of those things where...
Yeah, for sure.
That, to me, was like... It came, and I'm not even going to talk on the details of it, but after it went, because I didn't end up proceeding with it, by choice as well. I was just like, holy shit, that's it. I could quit tomorrow. I could quit tomorrow because I've done something that I never, ever, 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 ever would have thought. I feel like such a tease not even being able to say what it is.
Okay,
I'll tell you about it later.
Okay, just for the people that are listening, it's sort of like a major kind of giving you a contract.
Yeah, it's major. It was kind of like a major. It was being co-signed by someone that and a major that was just like, this is ridiculous.
Right, huge.
And there were other opportunities as well in my.
And sorry, finish. Go finish.
Oh no, I was just gonna say there was other opportunities in my, and I know a lot of artists get these opportunities. Bro, I got asked to go on The Voice this year.
Really?
Yeah, I got asked to go on The Voice this year. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not.
Because they saw you online and they're like, you should go on The Voice.
Yeah, and they were like, we want, like a producer hit me up from The Voice and was just like, we want to champion hip hop more and all this and that. And I was like, oh yeah, true. And I really do not watch The Voice, right?
I don't think I've ever seen it. I've seen Australian Idol back in the day, but The Voice, the ads come on and it looks so cringe. It's like they'll find any tiny thing to give you some sort of sob backstory.
Yeah, 100%.
Or is that maybe that's just
and that's no, and look, but that's why I didn't end up sort of proceeding with it. Like aside from other reasons, but I basically like
because you don't. That's selling out. If you did that, I'd say you sold out.
Yeah.
Even without making any money, I would say going on that is selling out.
Yeah, I look, and I don't want to because I don't know who may have. Because I'm sure I wasn't the only person who got offered, so someone else may have taken the opportunity, and
they might be on the next season.
I hope it goes well for them, and I just think it was like one of those things where they wanted to know stuff about me and stuff. I was just like,
they want the backstory.
I was just like, I'm sorry, but I'm just not doing that. No, I'm not interested in that at all. Like my privacy is important to me, but also aside from fucking privacy, like. I'm a Mac. I'm not going to fucking do that shit and be, some fucking cunt in a, linen shirt being like, no one ever supported me when I was a kid.
No, I know. But it's so cringe. Like, they'll want you to be like, so doing it for the streets. It's Mog.Y. He's done it. Like, it'd be so
and you know what? They'd probably
cringe.
give me like a graffitied brick background on the projector. Yo.
They would, they'd be like, in your claws, you have to have your hat at least a 45.
At least a 45-degree angle.
So, aside from your solo stuff and the things you said you've done with Benny and that sort of thing, you've done some collabs as well with some pretty big artists. Do you want to talk about any of them?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not so much like collabs.
Features.
It's just more that it's like it's been great to like work with a lot of amazing fucking people. We were blessed to do a song with Jess One in the craziest way. I think as well, it's like a lot of them are like hip hop icons for us. So I think it really carries weight in that community. And like we got Must Volkov on something, which was just like huge for us because we all grew up on Madam Must and Pang and shit like that. And Must is also like really like he's more of a producer these days, I think, than he is a rapper. Mm-hmm. And so, like, when he comes out and raps, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's like...
People listen.
It's crazy. So, and we've put together some pretty blessed projects. And, when I was working with Josh and Wise Guy and then Benny as well, which became Gully Boy, which was fucking sick. And, like, I mean, I say, which like, I'm reminiscing on it. But, yeah, I mean, like, we're all doing our own thing and we just fucking love to come together and make good music.
Do shit you're passionate about.
That's it, bro.
You've also done a little bit of modelling as well, man.
A bit of modelling?
Well, I'm looking at the Wanderer t-shirt and I'm thinking of Kirby or Steve, who is a mutual friend of ours, and I know that I love his brand and what he's about. Yeah. But did you ever think you'd do some little sort of modelling stints?
That's so funny. I'm not a model. I'm a cool guy. I'm a cool guy, and like that's the vibe. But like, and that's why it's sick. But I definitely would not identify as a model in any capacity. But you know what? I'm a steezy motherfucker. So that's cool. It's fine. And fucking Wanderer, sick. Steve, legend. Good friend, and fucking good guy.
And I think one thing we talk about a lot is I talk about and I push is independent stuff and stuff that's not mass produced and that sort of thing. And he's a guy who's really giving it a good go, mixing it with the big boys and staying independent, man.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, I just think it's sick. I love to see, hometown hero stories. Do you know what I mean? It's like people who did it because they wanted to do it, ran up the ball, and then now they're fucking rubbing shoulders with the guys that have the keys to the, you know, the growth, you know, the big money, the big access to the, you know, good media and shit like that. Not that, you know, there's, I mean, you can make anything good, but you just got to actually want to like fucking make something out of nothing.
He's potentially going to come on the show in a couple of weeks, man.
I did hear that.
You did hear that?
I spoke to Steve the other day, so yeah.
So, man, when it comes to Melbourne hip hop, you've been touring and working with probably some of the biggest names, including Posseshot, man. Do you want to tell us about what that's like working and touring with Muscles and Carney?
Yeah. They're fucking legends. I mean, you know, I got lots and lots of love for them. And gone on some fucking crazy, like, just to go on those tours is as awesome and as fun, but it's work. Like, you know, it's still heaps of fun, but like, and being with your mates makes it fun. But it's just like I was still doing like my merch shit. And like I was going on stage and then getting off and doing the merch shit and stuff like that. So it was just like, yeah, it's hard work, but it's fucking awesome. And the guys are like, you know, pretty much what you'd expect. I mean, they are Posseshot. They're very authentic. And like, you know, Carney's like a mad scientist and Muscles is like the super artist. And they just fucking make this sick team. And so like, yeah.
How did that come about? How did you guys link up? Just from being in the area?
Yeah, I mean, I was from the area. I was, I mean, the 318. They all weren't necessarily, pardon me, they weren't all necessarily from there, but I think like they all moved around a bit and were sort of in that area. And they were, you know, MCDB was like pretty prominent in that area when I was growing up as well. So I already saw heaps of their graph and shit and really liked them for that. And then we painted on a wall. Baylor actually hooked up a wall, which is funny. It's crazy set of circumstances. But yeah, Baylor organised a wall, like a Southside Burners wall, and then I was on that and they were on that. And so, but we didn't really get to know each other then, but it was sort of like first contact, first meet. And then it kind of became one of those things where like later on when we like became like actual close mates and started working together and shit, that they were like, that is fucking ridiculous that was you. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like...
Because you were young then?
Young. Yeah. Young and like definitely no one in rap. Just young and fucking, but like painting with these dudes on this burner wall. Resume was on that wall as well. I almost went with the name. Yeah. So anyway, so it was fresh.
Yeah, nice. And so then with that graffiti credibility gives you musical credibility. I guess they're like, yeah, man, you're about it as well.
That's it, kind of, yeah. And like, I mean, but also, you know, I actually had a friend who's like really hardcore as far as all that stuff goes and really puts in the work and the late nights and shit. Mm-hmm. And he said to me at the time, he was just like, you got to stop fucking rapping about graph because you're not doing it enough. And I was just like, motherfucker, what? Like, you know, and it was just out of the blue. And honestly, it was probably the best advice I got. Yeah. Because I don't want to rap about graph. And like, I definitely wasn't doing it enough. And so like, as far as like, you know, I think if you're going to be vocal about it, there's a level. But I mean, that's subjective. That's up to whoever to decide. But
I think you got to just rap about whatever you're about.
I agree. But the thing is I was about that, but I also wasn't like mad about it. And so that gave me the freedom though to cut off and go like, I'm going to make my own shit.
So yeah. So with those guys, with the Posseshot guys, they did their national tour. They have one headliner as support, I should say headliner, one support in each city, and they picked you for the Melbourne one. That's got to be fucking pretty cool as well. Yeah,
well, so that's how it first started, but then I went on tour. I did the whole country with them after that.
Amazing.
So that was crazy.
So that was going to be one gig and then it turned into a whole...
Nah, so they were separate tours.
Right.
So I've played a lot of shows with them. Like, this is not just recent. Like, we've played they've booked me for a lot of their shows or I've been on bills with them. But... Yeah, no, it was crazy. It was fucking sick. So I did the East Coast tour Melbourne spot. Yeah. And then after that, they were like, we're going to do a full Oz tour, which was not that long after. So it was probably, I don't know.
Sort of merged together almost.
Yeah, kind of like, like they were like 6 months apart maybe. And so then I went with them and I did every city with them. So yeah, Sydney, Canberra. No, not Canberra. Well, we just did Canberra.
Well, that was at Belco.
We just played Canberra, yeah.
Man, that looked crazy, dude.
That was fucking insane. That was so cool. It was just like, the whole state, like that, and the whole city, it just turned into like Skate 3 or like Tony Hawk. I think that was a debate as well. Not really a debate. I was the one saying Skate 3 and everyone was like,
I
fuck.
like Skate 3.
Everyone was like, fuck you, Tony Hawk. And it's like, you know what, like respect to the fucking, the architect. But also it's like Skate 3 has such a fucking
the dual
like.
sticks, man, when you'd ollie with the 2 sticks. That was, yeah.
But also just like, I think the open plan, like the open world stuff where you could like go to different skate spots and there would be skaters sessioning that spot. And that is what Belko was like, is that it would be like you'd walk to like 3 blocks down and to the left to the old bridge spot and everyone's fucking, hitting something.
Is it the biggest thing that happened to Canberra in the skate world for a very long time, I'm tipping?
Yeah, well, it happens every year, I think. And so it's kind of like, they got Summer Nats and then they got Belko. And like, I don't know what else they got, but like,
That's it.
That's what I went for. And so, yeah, bro, Canberra was crazy, but it wasn't just Canberrians there. It was like all the skaters from Australia do that.
Yeah, that's sick.
And so it's fucking mad.
And what's it like opening for those guys? Obviously, their shows have got plenty of fucking intensity, and you're bringing a different kind of intensity, different kind of flow. Yeah. But it's probably good to open like that, and then, but 100%. It's all love. Like people are digging it.
Yeah, people are digging it. I mean, there's a lot of crossover fans. There's a lot of fans that, like me and like Posseshot. There's a lot of fans that like Posseshot and found me through Posseshot. So there's a universe I think there that exists where people are like, oh, it's Mog.Y, that's sick, and like. Obviously, I've got a song on City Loop and shit as well, which a lot of people know. And that's always one when I play it at a show, if like it's a Posseshot show, people are like, who's this cunt? And then I do that Steal My Style song and everyone's like, oh, it's that guy. Oh, fuck, I like this song. This song's really chill. And so it's just like, yeah. And honestly, it doesn't really faze me at the end of the day. Like, we've got very authentic, like I've got a very authentic network of friends and relationships and shit, and nothing in my life is fugazi or like, bullshit, which in music there's a lot of that. It's just like, oh, let's all be friends with the popular guys because the popular guys will help. And it's like, because we've got such authentic relationships and because I'm there because, I want to be there. They've booked me. I'm excited. We're all fucking want to have a good night. I'm just going to play my music. And it's like, if unfortunately you don't gel with that, then it's fine. It's going to be, I still build the sets to go well at a Posseshot show more so than like if I had full total control where I could just play fucking like, everyone sit on the floor and smoke weed. You know what I mean? Like, which is just me forcing that on everyone else.
So, that's pretty funny, man. When I mentioned to someone who's been on this show before that I had you coming in today, they're like, man, you got to ask him about Mexico.
Oh my God. Who was that?
I can't throw him under the bus.
So
someone who's already been on the show said, dude, you've got to ask him about Mexico.
So fucking funny.
I don't know whether it needs to be edited out.
That is really, really funny. You can leave that in, but I'm not going to tell you about Mexico. So
Really?
We can leave that in, but just know that Mexico was a vibe. And I was basically living in San Diego for a little while I was studying. So I was actually, over there studying. And Mexico's dangerously close. Mexico's like, Tijuana is like 30 minutes from where we were living. And so like you drive to like the San Isidro border and then, bruh, it's crazy. I can't just like, it's kind of crazy to see the landscapes change when you're in the States and you're in California and then all of a sudden you walk through this building and you come out the other side and it looks like looks like you've flown 9 hours, smells different, looks different, like everything.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm definitely not going to fucking tell you what happened in Mexico.
I'm gonna give you the black book so you can hit that black book up soon.
Oh, 100%.
You can flick through there and you can see everyone who's been on the show.
And I can figure it out.
Figure it out, man. This is like a game of Cluedo.
Cluedo, yeah, fucking know. That's so funny.
So outside of the music stuff, you're also working on your personal development shit as well?
Yeah. And I mean, look, that's, I mean, I feel like I said a lot of sort of almost life coachy sounding shit before, but like, I mean, I've developed myself. I've been doing this actually with other people for quite some time. It's never been such an open to the public thing as it's been more so that like I've been working with specific people on basically achieving the goals that they're working towards. Because I just think it's easier when someone else helps you in a way that's like, as long as you're willing to do the work, like all it takes is for someone to, as I said, hold up like the positive attributes and basically say, right, like if we shine a light on this, there's a couple of roads out of here, and like let's talk about those roads and what you're like, what that looks like for you, and what you're going to need to do for yourself to step onto those, you know, stepping stones. And it's, you know, it's different for everybody, and everyone wants different things. Some people don't want to make a lot of money. Some people want to have a really high quality of life and live on a farm and do, you know, as in like money's not as much a priority for some people. Other people, it's happiness.
Farms are expensive now.
Farms are expensive now. This just in, farms are expensive now.
Yeah.
So just redact my last statement. I clearly don't know what I'm fucking talking about. But yeah, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where...
It's a funny scenario with all this stuff because people, and maybe it's more the Aussie fucking tall poppy cut people down thing, but it's like kind of frowned upon for a lot of people to talk about what you actually want. But if you don't talk about what you want and what your goals are, how are you ever going to get there? 100%. That's the thing. So you've got to come to the point where you go, this is what I'm after.
Yeah.
And there's multiple steps probably to get to these things. Yeah. What's the first step? What's the next step? What's the next step? Because you don't just jump to that fucking goal.
No. And I think a lot of people look at it as well and like, I mean, what are you scared that like, it's uncool for me to want to be more or like, if that's what you want, obviously you wouldn't force yourself to do something you wouldn't want to do. But I just think it's like, if you want to work on yourself, this is a hard landscape. Life is hard. Life is expensive. Life is, you know, it's not easy to just fucking slide through anymore, I don't think. And I think there's a lot of ways that people can get ahead. And I just think, and that's sort of the gap I was sort of trying to fill. And the feedback has been huge.
Yeah.
Like and what's funny is that a lot of people I've bumped into have been talking about it too and they've been like, oh, that life coaching that you're doing. And I'm like, okay, cool. So people are talking about it. They might be talking shit about it, but at least people are understanding that it's just like, this is an available tool. And it's like, I'm really happy to help people with working on their shit. Do you know what I mean? Because I think that if you want to work on your shit and you've got you've figured out sort of roughly, and even if you haven't, you know, come everyone, like even if you haven't figured it out yet, it's like you need to start somewhere. You need to start somewhere. It's like, it doesn't just happen. You need to lay those, you know, every goal is made up of bloody, you know, 1,000 micro steps.
Yep.
And don't just be like, I'm going to be the biggest rapper in the country right now. It's like, okay, you need micro steps. Like you need to take this one step at a time. And I can't tell you what to do because that might not be your goal. Your goal might be to be a fucking award-winning cyclist or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's more that it's just like, are you putting in the steps that you need to? Are you putting all that shit into place? And do you believe in yourself enough and you believe that you're going to get where you're going, that you've got the ability to sustain this and push this fucking through the roof and have the best quality of life that you can, because it's just like that basic like life be in it. Like, you know what I mean? Live your fucking life. Yeah,
totally. I think I'm gonna subscribe to your stuff because I know what I like doing and I know I'm just going to keep doing it, but I don't even know what the goal is.
Yeah.
I've not figured out how to make money out of it. I don't really know, but I'm like, this is what I want to do,
100%.
but I need to break it down to some levels and steps and goals 100%. To get what becomes successful.
Definitely. That's it. And it's just like, and that's like, obviously we won't talk about it, but even the stories we were talking about before, it's like, there's so much interesting, like, that's why I always get really interested when I hear how people have like navigated the landscape that they're contending with. Like, they're just like, oh, this is how I spoke to this person and then they introduced me to that person and you know, I just kept showing up and showing up and showing up and then it happened for me and it's like, fuck yes.
Yeah. But see, that's the whole thing I think with someone who's never really gone to university. I studied graphic design for a little bit, but I never went to uni. I think whatever field you're into, if you don't need a degree, you're better off just to put yourself in that field and just keep doing it. If you're interested in event management, don't go and study event management. Go work for someone who puts on gigs and hang around. Do you know what I mean?
I definitely agree. I think I would still encourage, I would say, if you can supplement them, like if you can, you know, I think it's important that you should be able to go and get the training and the tools that you need, because in this world that's reality. And
but networking goes a long way, man.
No, hey, I'm not
being there.
I'm saying try and do both.
Yeah.
I'm saying if you really want it and you really want to like actually make some marked improvement, go study it. And then in the nights or on the weekends, you're at every show. You're shaking hands. You're doing everything you can to get where you want to go, because you will get there if you do those sorts of things. I completely agree. But I've got a degree. bro, I mean, I'm the poster child for saying that is the most expensive fucking piece of paper in my house.
Yeah.
And it's currently sitting behind a print of Mo Simpson holding 2 knives going, this feels great.
Will you tell us what your degree's in?
Nah.
You won't?
Nah. But it's not anything pertaining to like, you know, life coaching or anything like that. No, it's fucking interesting. I went to Melbourne.
Yeah.
And
Really?
I went to Melbourne. No, but I went to Melbourne Uni and did something interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not going to say what it is.
Well, what you might tell us, what you might actually open up about this. Tell us what else is coming up in 2024, man. We're on the leap year now.
Yeah.
The last day of Feb, and then tomorrow we've got your show at Revs.
Thank you for reminding me about that.
What else is happening for 2024 for Mog.Y?
I tell ya. I tend to move like, and you know what? I think it's the fucking landscape, bro. We move pretty quickly. Like, as in, like, you'll have nothing on and then you'll have heaps on, right? And it's like, don't get me wrong, I got heaps planned. But, like, I can't tell you that by the end of this year, you know, I'm not going to play a concert on Mars. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, but what I can say is we've got an album that's cooking, Man Benny Zen. Fuck yeah. Don't know when that's coming out, but it's sounding fucking awesome. I'm going to keep smacking people with singles because light work. Oh, God, I hate that I said that. But do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's fucking oath. Why not? Like, I got music to share. And so we'll get back on our singles tip and we'll drop some more music for everyone. And fucking what else? I'm working on a side project as well. It's not even I don't want to say it's a side project because it's also another main project with someone. I don't want to announce it yet because I don't want to rob him of that. Like, we should talk about that before I go and announce it. But with someone who I find incredibly exciting to work with and is so talented. They're a vocalist, not a producer. Yeah. I'll say that.
Sick. All right, so there's some interesting stuff coming up.
Definitely. Yeah.
And what can people expect if they do go tomorrow night to Revolver? Because I believe at this point of recording, there's still some tickets available.
There are still some tickets available. And then we may have remaining stuff on the door, but I would not be banking on that. So definitely go get the tickets. I put my heart and soul into this show. I really have. It's not just some fucking shit. I'm like, I basically, and this is a perfect example of me being like, when I just decide something, you just got to get on with it. I was having this conversation with that guy I mentioned before, like my creative director, sort of counsel kind of guy. And he was just like, yeah, man, you should really think about it, like a headline show this year and whatever. And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, even like something with a band. Or maybe I spoke to the band guy and he'd put it in my head, the band thing. I mentioned that to him and he was like, yeah, that'd be a good idea. And then I was like, I'm going to do it. And I've never organised a gig before and I've never done anything like that before.
A lot of moving parts.
So many moving parts. I downloaded like an event planning template and I've been budgeting and I've been doing all the shit and I've run the whole thing myself. And obviously Brick and Mortar have come on and have helped out with promo and have been fucking great. And love to Brick and Mortar. Was good, Brick. Go down there.
Lots of love on the window the other day.
Oh, they let me show a lot of love all over the window. Shout outs to Breno who let me absolutely destroy the Brick and Mortar front window just for a little while. And then
he seems to, I haven't met that dude, man, but he seems to really care about just the scene, Melbourne, that area, and just art in general, man.
100%. As I said before, bro, like network of like authentic people who really are about what they do. Same as like, Steve who cares about his brand, Posseshot who care about their art, Breno who cares about, brick and mortar retail and fashion and like street culture and,
Jay from Cheshire Grin.
Jay from Cheshire's Grin who cares about quality dental work. That kind of is a king.
He's a legend.
All right. Lots of love to Jay. Lots of lots of love to Jay. He's a mad cunt.
Man, besides Jay, do you want to shout out anyone else before we wrap it up? I think it's been a fucking amazing chat, man. I've learned some stuff and it's cool and I'd love to have you back again. I reckon this is just the start.
Bro, 110%. I've actually fucking loved coming. I've loved coming on. It's been a lot of fun, man. Thanks for letting me smoke inside and shit.
That's all right. Anyone who comes on the 3000 podcast is allowed to smoke inside, whether it's weed or whether it's no glass implements. Yeah, that's where we draw the line.
100%. Good thing that this was just good old fashioned tobacco. I just want to. Are we wrapped?
No, you can.
Yeah, cool. I just want to send love out to Benny Zen. Isn't that funny? It's like a love letter to Benny Zen. Shout outs, bro. You're a king. everything that we do, we didn't talk about him at all, just based on what we talked about, but I just want to pay a moment of fucking respect to that man. He's just had a kid. Congratulations. And he's an architect. He makes crazy beats. He does not stop. Literally does not stop. The child did not slow him down at all like he thought it would. He's still cutting beats and raising the kid and, doing daddy dishes and daddy dishes, daddy duties. Duties, yeah. That's daddy dishes. And he's a king. And so everything that we do is, more than 50% brought to you by him. And if he's working on it, and he really does put 110% in, I'm very, very, very blessed to work with some of the incredible people that I've worked with in the last year and years prior, and the people that don't realize that I'm about to work with them in the future.
Looking down that crystal ball. They don't even know.
Yeah, they don't even know. I see you. I see you. Love. Right. Hey, thank you so much for having me on, bro. Much love and respect. It's been fucking blessed. You're doing a killer job with this podcast, and it's so cool that Melbourne's got like pretty much its own podcast, being the 3,000.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And we want to give Melbourne its flowers, but also maybe expand the horizons a little bit, let some other people in too.
100%, bro. 100%. I think so. I mean, it's like nothing worse than conversations that are one-sided.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. You go to Sydney or something like that and the landscape's completely different. Yeah. You know what I mean? And sometimes you feel like you're almost in a bubble. But yeah, bro. That's going to be a whole nother, that'll go forever.
No, I can't wait for you to come on. Like I've said this to you before off air, I like talking to people. We have talk about their life stories, but I really want to get people back on. We just talk about, 6 months' time. What have you been doing the last 6 months? That'd be sick. You know what I mean?
I'll be sitting here 6 months' time. Let's go. Thank you. 3,000.
All right, Mog.Y, thanks for coming, man. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time, dude.
3,000.